Working good. All right. Good afternoon. I have just returned from my graduation. Just want to put that out there. Um, but today I have a presentation for you, a digital marketing plan for Vuori. And let me go ahead and start that out. So again, my name is Jennifer Hernandez, and this is my digital marketing plan. To kind of start out with an overview, this is a little bit about what we're going to be going over today, starting with the narrative and going on from there. So the narrative that I got, from going over, different kinds of things like the story, the goals from Vuori, what I found was this. I'll go ahead and read it for you. So our investment in happiness is more than our product guarantee and our commitment to a great experience. For our customers, it's our philosophy on doing business, and it's symbolic of how we care for our team, our community, the natural environment, and most importantly, each other. At Vuori, our guiding principles are simple. We aim to make great products, be in great relationships, and live extraordinary lives. With a community of motivated athletes and fitness enthusiasts who inspire others and share their adventures and commitment to health, wellness, and happiness. Vuori makes premium performance apparel inspired by active coastal California lifestyle, an integration of fitness, surf, sport, and art, breaking down the boundaries of traditional activewear. We are a new perspective on performance apparel. So that kind of leads me into the goals that we'd want to see here with this digital marketing plan. So first of all, we want to become an industry leader in fitness apparel. As of right now, you are aware we do have a lot of competition. There is, especially in a place like California and America, fitness wear is very common, whether you actually are working out or if you were just, dressed comfortably. A lot of time people do choose active wear in that. Growing an audience of motivated athletes or adventurers. So we want to grow that audience, and we want to reach out to get the right kind of people, having, kind of like brand, how can I say? Almost like brand ambassadors, but they're real people. So, like they've said, the best way to get something promoted is by word of mouth. What better way than to, grow our audience and have them grow it out more? I would like to promote the Golden State of Mind campaign. So this campaign here is really going to be focusing on California, just, the different seasons that there is, and, about your health, mental health, your physical health, being happy, that goal of happiness, sustainability, putting that all together into the Golden State of Mind campaign. So, even if you're not living in California, you can still have that golden state of mind, that California lifestyle that, Vuori really wants to promote. Next is increasing sales and engagement. Of course, we would want to see that. And, just getting, that leads to growing the audience, becoming an industry leader, that kind of thing will increase sales and engagement. Golden State of Mind hashtag, that's a way to get our audience involved. The three key messages that I believe that Vuori really should focus on, and, that I found is a good focus, is happiness and health, sustainability and ethical manufacturing, and community and building relationships. So that's three things, a little more than three things, but they kind of relate to each other. So it does come down to three key messages that I believe we should be sharing with our audience. So just a quick little SWOT analysis. Some of the strengths that I saw when going over Vuori was, there's a lot of purpose-driven strategies. So with increasing social consciousness among consumers, the impact of brands is important to consumers as the actual product. So, for example, when I think of things like Shein, that's something that's considered fast fashion, and people who shop there, they're often looked down upon. If you're purchasing from a brand where that they're serving quality, they have sustainability, even on the website, Vuori speaks about how they have workers who work by choice. It's not like any kind of sweatshop, anything like that. The variety, it's a good brand for men and women. It's for athletic activities. There's also clothes that could be for, relaxing. So especially in America, and, like I was saying, that California lifestyle, just constantly being in fitness clothing, whether you're participating in fitness or not, it does make a big variety, especially for people here. And that desirable lifestyle. So California, we're all very lucky to live here. And it's just a lifestyle that people want, whether or not that lifestyle is true, there is that California lifestyle, that, relaxing, the health, the fun, the happiness. And, I really think that that sticks out for Vuori. Some of the weaknesses, it is still an emerging brand. So, it doesn't have a ton of awareness yet, but, that's what we're working towards. That's what this is for, to gain more traction. Like I was saying earlier, one of the key goals, become one of the leaders, like North Face, Patagonia. When you in your mind, when you think of fitness clothing or a brand like this, you want to get Vuori in there. Another thing is high prices. So it is a little pricey, it is a price you pay if you want quality clothing and, you want to be buying from somewhere sustainable. So it is worth the price, but it does definitely lead to, possibility for less audience, because, a lot of people will not be able to afford it. Like personally, I love it, but I'm very cheap. This is not something that I would purchase simply due to the price. Opportunity. So there is the opportunity to expand globally. When going over different kind of influencers and people online, I noticed that a lot of them are in places like Australia. That does almost kind of match with that California lifestyle, whether, although it is somewhere far away. Expanding globally could definitely make, more, there's a higher demand for outdoor apparel across the world. So this would grow that audience as well as the sales. Extending the product line, right now we do have the everyday clothes would be something that could be awesome to add. Just kind of expanding more on what they have. Right now it's very focused on fitness, which, that is kind of the goal, but it could always be expanded. You could add more things, maybe some hats, maybe some bags, that kind of thing. And opportunity for influencer promotions. We have so many fitness and lifestyle influencers out there. So there's a lot of room for opportunity in that area. Sorry about that. Some of the other things to look at here are the threats. So there is stiff competition, as I was saying earlier. We have several players: North Face, LL Bean, Patagonia, Osprey. There's a lot of brands that are similar to this. They are different, but it is it's a big competition. If somebody is willing to spend good money, often they'll want to go for a well-known brand to show, to other people who know that brand. Another threat was the global pandemic, the loss of money, the loss of having locations. A lot of stores did close, as well as reducing travel, not going outside as much. Slowly going away from that. We're getting back to normal, but it is still something that, could be a threat and could have affected the brand as a whole. And the last thing is brand loyalty. This does kind of relate to the stiff competition of having that North Face and Patagonia, people like, for example, for me, I'm a North Face person. So I have North Face jackets, North Face backpacks, and I don't really want to stray away from anything that's not in that area. So, a lot of people are like that. Brand loyalty is something that, if that's something that Vuori could grow, that would be awesome, because once you have that brand loyalty, you have that customer there. I've been shopping at North Face for years now, and, brand loyalty is very important. So the timeline here, that has definitely moved up quite a bit. Whoops. Sorry about that. Give me one moment here. Looks like we got pushed up a little bit. Sorry about that. All right. Audience analysis. This is where I meant to go, so I do apologize for that mix up there. So the audience analysis, so the audience that I found that, would be great to reach here falls under the demographics of men and women 18 to 35 years old. We're looking for people that have disposable income, maintains an active lifestyle, they enjoy nature and the outdoors, and have a value for quality products, as well as conscious buyers. So that's quite a bit of things. And there is a lot of people that do fall into this category, especially going over on Instagram and checking out, the different people, people on YouTube. We do have a big audience of people that have these active lifestyles, people that want to travel and be outside. And, quality products is a very, very hot thing right now. Considering that there's so much fast fashion and people learning more about the effect of products on the environment. So those are the audiences that we want to reach. So here are some buyer personas. The first one I have is Kelly. She would be, kind of a 23-year-old girl, a recruiter making about 75K with a BA in communications. So, I know quite a bit of female women that are in this area. And I can tell you right now that Vuori would be the perfect brand for them. So a goal of someone like this would want to be able to have clothing that they could be comfortable, fit, and fashionable. People like this are posting on Instagram all the time. You want to look good. You want to be able to post your photos and represent yourself in a good way. If you're wearing a high-end brand, that's awesome. And this person is something that cares about what's popular, cares about, what's in, what's the trend right now. And so that is the kind of the goals of people in this kind of buyer persona. The interests would be, social media, posting online, keeping that aesthetic look. That's one thing that's really awesome about Vuori is it has a very simple kind of, modern look, which I think, a lot of people would find very fashionable and, would be interested in. So Kelly would be a graduate who is new to the workforce. With her new income, she wants to be able to dedicate her money to buying quality items that fit her lifestyle. So in California, this would be somebody who is frequently making time to stay fit, but also being sure to have time to post online. The next buyer persona would be John. This is a 32-year-old man working in tech, making about 100K a year with engineering. This is somebody who I would believe would have a need for high quality clothing that could be used in all parts of their lifestyle, especially in places like a tech company. It's more comfortable. You're able to wear things that you want to wear. And having a brand like Vuori, you can be comfortable, yet still keeping that higher end look without going too slouchy, too comfortable. And so I think that is something good for John, somebody who where they have that disposable income, so they are good to be able to spend the money on quality products. This would be somebody who's more interested in things like hiking, relaxing at home, fitness, maybe not as much as the other one, and definitely having like a YouTube, getting into other people's videos, other people's posts, somebody that would be inspired by what they see. And so as a tech company employee, he enjoys spending his time outdoors when he's off work, so he wants something versatile, something he could wear that's casual, something that he could wear while focusing on fitness. And he does take his purchases seriously. Somebody who works in tech, they will more likely, have that knowledge that you see online, which especially one of the hot things, like I was saying earlier, is just sustainability, getting a company that you can rely that they're having a good quality product. So the channel approach, the social media that I would want to use here would be Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And I wanted to use the peso model to go ahead and find this approach. So for paid stuff, we would want to go with influencers, paying influencers, working directly with them to promote the brand while integrating it into their everyday life. Whether we're paying the influencers to promote our product, or we're paying for PR packages to send to influencers, rather than paying them, we're offering them this free package to have them promote us. Another thing would be ads, paying for ad space. We will have promoted posts on all platforms, and that can promote not only clothing, but the brand message, share that sustainability, get people interested in what Vuori is doing, more than just the clothing. Having that storytelling and that brand message is just as important as the products you're selling. Creating videos, this is something that I found would be really important. Taking a look at other brands that are under the similar area, they have a lot of videos where they're focusing on things like, activities, using their clothing while doing things like hiking in the snow or riding on a boat. And creating these videos, it's like a personal, interpersonal, very like getting a connection with your customers or even your employees. Next is sponsors, paying for sponsors. We could sponsor YouTube videos, sponsor Instagram Reels, and have people promote the brand while making health videos, health lifestyle, and just working with people in sponsored content. That's something we see so frequently on social media that, being a part of it would be very helpful. Earned media. So customer content, we want to be able to gain our earned media from customer created content on Facebook, things like Reels, lookbooks, workout videos, comments on Twitter, things like YouTube hauls. We do see a lot of like Gymshark YouTube hauls is one of the ones that's very popular. We could change that. Vuori shopping hauls. So that could be one that could be great for earned media. Another is social media engagement, keeping the audience engaged and using resources like hashtags, that hashtag golden state of mind. It gives their audience a chance to share their stories, ideas, their looks, and these are all things that can be shared on all platforms. Next is shared media. So this is to promote any positive reviews, any positive videos, anything that somebody has to say that's positive about Vuori would be awesome. Another thing is sharing athletic and sustainable content. So this could be sharing, tips on how to shop sustainably, videos that are about recipes or health, just being able to share content. And I believe that when you're sharing other people's content, it often does give that person a view into your content. And if you're sharing somebody else's content, it's because they're more popular of a person. And so having that shared content, they'll probably want to share your content, and that's a good way to get yourself out there. Another is owned storytelling. So this is what I was speaking about earlier, having that personal stories, whether like they're in videos or just regular posts, blog posts, simple photos with a caption, but sharing that customer story, that employee story, giving the brand a personal feel, getting like a face, getting emotional. Somebody could be sharing a story about how they used to hike with their dad in the mountains, and now they wear Vuori when they go out and they stay extra warm, and it makes them think of their father. Just little things where it's like you're telling a story, but you're including that brand in there as well. Another thing is webinars, creating brand related activities, like I was saying earlier, cooking videos, workouts, fashion lookbooks, relating to the environment, having things like that to include people. You can shout people out online, join our webinar, and you'll get this. We can offer you a promo code, join our webinar, and you can be in our next post, things like that. And as well as photo opportunities. So this could either be us providing an opportunity for, like photo shoots for people. We can hire models, we can have our influencers, or we could even have customers and promote something like that golden state of mind hashtag, and have customers send us photos and let it be known, these photos are going to be ours. Send us your photos and you could be featured on our page, that kind of thing, to get people interested and grow that owned media. The influencer approach. So these are some of the influencers that I thought would be great to work with. One of the first people that I thought, this person would be great to kind of work with that brand of, let's see here, kind of working with that, just making sure I'm recording. Working with the group of women, as we have the audience of men and women, we got to be able to still target them. So having somebody like at Fit with Fran, she has 12.9K followers, and she does focus a lot on mental health, sustainable products, being fit, and that does fall a lot in line with the values of Vuori. This is an example post that we could use, simple photos, posts that tag our clothing line. And, we're not pushing the brand hardcore, but when you have an influencer that's wearing this great outfit, you're going to be interested. Where did they get this? What is this all about? Even on this post itself, there was a lot of comments asking, where did you get that blue outfit? That's so cute, blah, blah, blah. So that's something that could be, I believe this is one of the great ways you get people interested. Another thing is Instagram Reels. So this is a reel that also came from Fit with Fran, and she is promoting raw sugar living. And see in the video, it could be wearing Vuori clothing while having that daily lifestyle, that healthy activities, doing things like yoga, and collaborating on Instagram. Instagram is a great place for influencers. Like when I think of influencers, I think of Instagram. And so just being able to partner with somebody and feature your brand in their videos, especially reels, I think that would be great. The next one is at John Lee 444. He has 53.7K followers. And this is who I believe would be the male, like inspiring the male community. He has that look of being kind of rugged, handsome, that achievable, or that look you want to achieve. And he has images, where he's staying fit. We could see in the top one, or down at the bottom, we have him in more casual clothing. And this is something that Vuori could do both of. We could have Vuori fitness outfits in the first post. We could have Vuori sweats and comfort clothes in the next post. So simple posts and photos, I really believe, that goes a long way. We're not pushing like crazy onto people and doing too much sponsored content, because it does get a little much when you have a lot of sponsored content. But when you're doing something simple, like posting a picture of your look and tagging the brand, it's a lighter way of promoting yourself. And the last one would be at Brian and Lou. So this is an influencer couple. And I think that this is really important for Vuori, especially because there is a lot of, unisex looks. So for example, you could see them here in this image. Bryn has all the orange on and Lou's wearing the orange hat. So having that matching outfit, those fitness influencers, a lot of people do want to achieve that look. And, this couple here, they promote clothing, fitness, travel, and just being together. And, that's a lot of what I can find in Vuori's, Vuori's brand. And we could have them create things like hauls. So if you take a look here, we have healthy couples routine, we have Princess Polly haul. So these are just some examples of things that they post. And basically we can just integrate Vuori into this. Vuori haul, healthy routine. In the morning, they get up, they put on their Vuori outfits. So things like that, just having that promoted content and integrating it into these influencers' lives. Of course, we are going to have sponsored content. That's a given. You have to have that. But I think the importance of just having it as part of your everyday life, and having these influencers wearing these outfits, displaying them, will get people interested. So some example posts, we could have something like Twitter, the highest quality material made sustainably to keep your #golden state of mind. And we could do that on Facebook too. When I think of Twitter and Facebook, I kind of feel that they're more places to promote ads, kind of put simple things, but they're not as influencer focused as things like Instagram or Facebook. So Instagram posts can be reels, fitness videos, try on hauls. Reels, I really think would be great for this. Just having simple posts like the ones that I had showed earlier. Another thing could be YouTube couple workouts videos. So this could be something as simple as this while wearing that Vuori clothing. Someone is bound to ask, where did you get your outfit from? It's just a given. And so this would be a great example of something that we could use for that couple, and have that promoted on YouTube. The media plan. So this kind of goes over some of the basics here. So the plan really I'm focusing on is that #golden state of mind. And, this campaign focuses on the physical, mental health, sustainability, and quality. And, it's going to be based on season. So seasonal is what I was looking at here. And it will focus on California during the different seasons and living the California way. One thing that we're very lucky to have in California is that we have great weather. And so, people might be living somewhere else, but still having that inspiration, just getting to see videos of people living good lives, photos of them, whether it's winter, spring, fall, it's a great way to have that. And frequent posts will promote the values and quality of the brand. For Instagram, I believe that the total budget would be about $50,000. With 4 seasons, I believe that about 10,000 per season would lead us to 40,000 plus an extra 10,000 for promotional ads. So a lot of money going towards influencers, but that really is, one of the main things we want to focus on, as well as promoting on Instagram, just some ads. And then post frequency, we should be posting 4 to 5 times a week, posting stories daily, having those reposts, as well as the KPI. So we want to have those clicks per minute. Let's see here. So yeah, focusing on that. And then for YouTube, the total budget that we would like to look at here would be for 35,000. And so, that doesn't seem like that much. Sorry about that. It does not seem like that much, but it really does, make a difference when it comes to things like making videos. We have those 3-minute videos per season. $8,000 would be great to get some editing, have some time, maybe do a little bit of traveling, not too much. That way, the budget's not huge, but we do have the money to be able to create those videos and do some promoting. So whatever money we have left over would be going towards creating ads and pushing them out there. We do have the 1 video per season, which I think is really important, and as well as posting 1 to 2 times a month on Instagram or on YouTube, excuse me. They do have the option to now create actual posts on there, and a lot of them do fall under polls or, simple updates, and that could be good to do, just once or twice a month. It really doesn't have to be that frequent of posting. So for the KPI, we'll have that CPM, getting that that reach. How much people are we reaching? What our audience is getting, the clicks per cost, how many people are clicking on our videos or on our ads, just getting a good idea of basically the reach and the amount of the audience is getting engaged with their content. For Twitter, it's kind of a lower budget, just $5,000. And this would be really good at promoting an ad per season. So, when I'm focusing on that per season, having an ad, we'll go through, once I give you that timeline, you'll be able to see how often we'll be able to have an actual ad posted, as well as $1,000 towards photo ops. So we'll get some good pictures to put out there. And, just kind of some extra money to add in there. I would really think that most of the money would be dedicated to ads that we would be able to post on Twitter, because I believe Twitter is really a place where it's more conversational. So having an ad pop up, it's something that you would look at more rather than just a random post. Post frequency would be about 2 to 3 times a week, kind of maybe related to what we're posting on Instagram, and having that ad by season. So this is also going to be having that CPM, that cost per click, since ads, especially on Twitter, are going to be extra important. The KPI is really important. We want to be really tracking how much activity we're getting on Twitter, especially with ads, since that's going to be the main thing that we're posting on there. For Facebook, total budget would be 15,000. This one's going to be a little bit more than the other ones. So for Facebook, getting that total budget of $15,000, we would be able to have those ads promoted per season with about $3,000. So, currently in my position, I do know that. So we're going to go ahead and move on now to the timeline. This is very important, especially with the Golden State of Mind campaign and how we're going to be focusing on the seasons. So per season, for spring, summer, fall, and winter, it does give us a good kind of a little bit over a month that we're going to be focusing specifically on the ads. So per month, I was thinking it would be a good idea to focus on a specific thing. For example, we have yoga, surfing, running, hikes. That's kind of the main focus, but we still do want to continue to promote things like that mental health, that fitness, and just have that available. So per season, we'll be using that amount of money that I had shared earlier. So for example, Instagram, we would be using $10,000 during March 15th through April 30th, another 10,000 June 15th to July 15th. And so, we'll still have that content that we're putting out. A lot of it's going to be focused on, earned media, shared media, and, for that owned and paid media, we're going to be having these campaigns in place. So from what we have here, everything that we've seen, we're going to be able to measure the success by increasing sales, getting higher engagement on social media, increased website traffic, and gaining more owned media, as well as earned media. We want to be able to have things like comments from people. We want to get our reviews higher. We want to see, it's all kind of, it pretty much just falls in line. If we could increase higher engagement on social media, more promotions, growing that audience, we'll be able to promote things like that sustainability, using community, health, and promoting that. It's something that people do have a lot of interest in, especially with the upcoming year or the different seasons. Change in the world usually makes people want to change themselves. So something as simple as a season change, somebody could be like, I want to get that summer body. We have all spring to focus on that. And so just being able to measure that success, it's really going to be based on the sales, engagement, and the traffic. And with the Golden State of Mind campaign, I think that's something that we could see more frequently, getting people involved. Send us your photos, give us an example of a time where your mental health was something like that. Join our webinar. We're going to be having a yoga session, meditation sessions, as well as having those storytelling to kind of give Vuori that personal taste. When people will think of Vuori, they'll think more of that lifestyle, not just a brand that's looking to sell to people. And here is the contact information for me. I can be found at San Jose State University. And so at the end of it all, I would like to thank you for joining me on this digital marketing campaign for Vuori. I really believe that promoting the Golden State of Mind campaign and focusing on those different seasons is really going to make for more engagement, higher sales, higher audience, and more reach with our influencers. I did promote on there a lot of fitness influencers, but it would be great also to reach out to people that are focused on sustainability. There is a lot of green people out there. There is a lot of mental health people, and just having that whole California lifestyle promoted. People all around the world are going to be interested in that. And, that kind of goes back to the opportunities of, expanding the brand globally. So Vuori, it's still a growing brand, but it definitely is on the up and coming. There's a lot of really positive comments so far that I've seen online. And I think that it definitely could continue to grow, especially with a digital marketing campaign to get that promotion out there, to get more people interested, sharing that story, sharing the brand, having those values put out. These are values many other people have, and people really value sharing values with a brand. Makes it more personal. It's not just clothing. It's about the environment. It's about your mental health. It's about happiness. That's something that Vuori was really big about, was happiness. And I think that's something that's great to continue to promote. And I hope that you enjoyed this presentation, and I look forward to your feedback. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great day.